Hello Raj, how are you?
Hey Dave, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine too. So I think we have got something to cook today. And it's about NPM, right?
Yes, it's about NPM.
Okay, so you have got VS Code open, and we are ready to see what you have got. Let's see.
Awesome, awesome. So today we will see how we can publish an NPM repository from scratch. So we will build our first NPM package. Yeah, so we will build NPM package from scratch and we will publish it to NPM repository. So
Yeah.
this is my NPM profile. You
Yeah.
can see we have two packages here, and now we will have third one here.
Yeah.
So let's start building the NPM repository. Before I start, is there any question?
No, I guess we are really excited to see, and we will see the roadmap to how we publish the package and how actually you can achieve the dream of people installing your project or ideas into their machine with npm install. So yeah, let's
Yeah.
get started.
Awesome. It would be inspiring journey. So first of all, we'll start with initializing our NPM project via NPM init. I'll just hit yes for everything. And I'm thinking to use TypeScript. So what I'll do is I'll install TypeScript. I'll install TSX, which would help us to debug our application.
Yeah.
And I'll also install, for example, Express. I guess you don't need Express, so I'll just leave it as is.
Yeah.
So I'll install this package within PMI. Once these packages are installed, I'll run another command which is TypeScript compiler init, which will basically create a tsconfig file and it will generate a bunch of code. Now, important thing for all of us, I'll just remove extra comments here. But here we need to make sure that our root directory and our out directory is well defined. So normally we as a developer define root directory as a SRC and out directory as a list. So this stands for distribution.
Yeah.
So I'll define these two things. And also I want my target version to be like 2022. We can go with more modern version.
Yeah.
And here I'll select Node Next.
Yeah.
This is the basic configuration for my TypeScript project. Now I'll create a SRC folder, and inside that folder I have my index.ts.
Yeah.
Now important thing, this is my starting point, index.ts, and this is the TypeScript project. Whenever I'll write like tsc dot, or for example just tsc, it will create a dist folder here and it will create a index file. So that's a JavaScript file, the compiled version of my TypeScript file, right?
Yeah.
So that's why in the package.json or the main entry point, we need to give the exact path of index.js or the entry point of our application, which is now distribution slash index.js. So that's a dist slash index.js basically. So what I'll do is I'll write a simple log here, for example, welcome my package
Yeah.
for now, and let me just write a script to run this file. So I'll write a dev script that I can trigger while developing this package, and I'll use node. Yes, we need node as well, so I'll install node.
Yeah.
So I'll use node with execution flag, and then I'll use tsx.
Yeah.
TSX is basically a transpiler for the TypeScript, and then I'll have SRC and index.ts. So this is the file that I want to execute.
Yeah.
So let's get out. I'll do npm run dev. I'll save this first. So I need to compare, and there is a conflict because the node module was implemented. So what I'll do is I'll just override the changes for now. I'll just copy this path and override the changes.
Yeah.
And I'll install the node again.
Yeah. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we are
node
good.
loaded again.
Yeah.
Now, if I do npm run dev, yeah, it's working. So you can see welcome to my package.
Package. Yeah.
Let's give some meaningful version here. Welcome to my or something which was it. So it's working, right?
Yeah.
Now let's build another command which another script which will actually build our package. So it is just a TSC, and to start our package we will use node, and then our distribution folder, and inside the distribution folder we have index.gems. So this is the three script that we need to write for like any node application. One is to continuously check that whatever we are building is working or not, and at the time of deploying it to production, what we will do is, how is my screen unshared again?
Yeah, it's
I'm not sure what's happening here, but it's definitely not doing it.
cut start. Yeah, we are good.
Okay. Yeah. So in any node project, we need this three script.
Yeah,
So
basic.
what we will do, for example, if I want to deploy this package, then I'll just create a fresh distribution using npm run build, and it will run this tsc command, which will create a fresh distribution for you, which has the updated code. This is the workflow how it works. Now let's see how we can publish these to npm repository. So this is the repository where we want to publish it.
Yeah.
This is the public npm repository. Companies might have their private npm repositories as well. For example, GemFury is one of the example of our npm repository. It holds lots of repositories, so
Yeah.
you can publish your packages there as well. But we will use the npm public repository
Okay.
for now. And for that, I need to use my SSH. I'll just remove the SSH, and this is basically the git configuration that I need to do for my account. So we are good now.
Yeah.
So what we will do is, first of all, we need to check if we are logged in or not. Where if we are logged in into our npm package or not. So the command to check that is npm whoami. Npm whoami is a command, and it says like unauthorized, right? So that
Yeah.
means I'm not logged in. So I'll use npm login, which will give me a link, or if I hit enter, it will open a link in my browser, and
Okay.
it's like two-factor authentication.
Yeah.
So once I log in there, yes, I can now close this tab, and it should work now. So if I run npm whoami again, you can see I
Yeah.
get username back,
Got it.
which
Yeah.
should be matching with the username you see here over your profile.
Yeah.
So those both should be matching. So we are fine now, it's working. Now what do we need to do to publish this package? For example, let's write some more code. For example, I have a code where I am exporting a function called add all numbers. So this is a utility function which takes arguments as number of list and returns a sum of those numbers. So it's basically do like arguments and reduce. It takes previous and current, and it just basically sum up to the numbers, and initial value is 0.
Yeah.
So if we want to try this locally, what we can do is we can run npm run dev. We get console log here, and I'll just call this function with all of these arguments, and I'll just console log the result. And we can see it's summing up all these numbers. And if I do 5 here, so it should be 15. And yeah, it's working. So that means our function is working. So what is npm package? Npm package is nothing but it's just your npm function application. It kind of your npm folder. So this is, for example, this distribution right now here. It's my npm package. So now we want to publish this npm package. So before doing that, there are a couple of settings in the package.json that we need to do. First thing that we need to keep in mind is make sure you have author name here. So currently I do not have, so I'll just write my name, author name here. Make sure you have license.
Yeah.
It's good to have some description. So for example, I'll write like a utility to add any number or unlimited numbers. I'll say add unlimited numbers.
Yeah.
And after that, we need a source map, which is not defined here. So I'll add a source map. Oops, I'll add a source. Okay, source map is inside a PS config file. Yes. Here do we have source map? Yep, source map. So for the TypeScript project, we need to enable this source map file. There is also a field, source map field. So there is also a field in the declaration. So I'll check for the declaration field. Here it's a declaration field. We need to enable this as well, and there is a declaration map. We need to enable this as well. So these three fields must be enabled for any TypeScript package that we publish.
So in order to publish the package, you have to have this source map as true, right?
Yeah, what this source map true does is it helps a user to locate your TypeScript file. So if I use any package here, for example,
So I think, do you remember the headlines a few weeks ago about how Cloud Code's source code was leaked?
yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yeah, so I think this was really about their NPM registry leaking the source map file. This is what it is, I think.
No, actually, this is actually creates some maps between your TypeScript file and JavaScript file. So it actually helps to understand user what is going on. So if you see, for example, inside Express app, so this is the syntax of an Express app.
Yeah.
I don't have Express package right now, but when we control click over this Express keyword, we get redirected to the actual node modules of the or actual implementation.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
that is the job of all these three things to do. So the source map is actually used to emit the JavaScript files. And again, declaration file is for declarations .d.ts, and declaration.map is for declaration file, but it maps to JavaScript code again. So
Yeah, I get it. So
yeah,
is it like if it's, let's say, if it's false, then it's like public, outside of your code, they cannot know what's happening inside the
yeah, I do not know what's happening, but still our distribution file would be there.
yeah.
So there won't be index.d.ts. So there won't be index.d.ts.
Okay.
So that won't be declaration file, but there would be a compiled file as well. So they might not get much idea of what's going on. But the compiled file would be still there. So even if I go to like package node modules, even if I open like any file here, for example, let's say what is a TS module, there is a description folder, and I can see all of the files
maps.
that we have.
Yeah.
So here you can see. So that's what it is. So this is the declaration file, and this is the mapping file, basically.
So it's like a leaked code, but in a really spaghetti way. So you
Yeah,
can't understand
correct.
what's going on. But yeah.
That's good. So once we do that, what we will do is, I'll just verify again that I'm still logged in. Okay, I am logged in. So what I'll do is, the simple command to publish package is just npm publish. But make sure that your package name is globally different, and it should not match any other package name.
Yeah, it should be
So,
unique.
the easiest way to do that is replace it inside URL itself, because sometimes we don't get our package name on top because it's not popular.
Yeah.
So this is the simple thing that you can do. It's not published. So I can do npm publish, and because I have like a two-factor authentication, it will ask me to go to this URL again. If I go to URL and allow to publish, it
Yeah.
will do a publish forward. So you can see it's publishing a package, and now we have our first version of this package. And if I like refresh, if I refresh here, yeah, you can see that we have our first npm package published here. If I go to packages from my profile as well, I can see a new package within few minutes ago. Now what I want this package, I want to install this package. Okay, but this one is not the actual one because I did not ran
Build.
distribution.
Yeah.
I did not run build. So let me just do that again, and that's why before npm publish, people set like CI/CD pipeline, so the package automatically gets built, all test cases, it makes sure that all test cases are passed and everything, and then only the new package version is published on npm. But here as we are learning things, I'll do it manually. I'll build again, and you can see now we have multiple files here.
Yeah.
And now I'll do the same thing again, but now if I try to do npm publish, we will face an error saying that okay, it's like trying to publish it, but we will face an error for sure. And the error would be of having the same package number. So I can show you that. Yeah, here it is. You can publish over previously published version. And this is
Yeah, it's visible.
so why it happens is because we already had 1.0.0 version published here, right?
Yeah, we need increment.
So, yeah, we need to increment, and how we increment it is measure, minor, and patch. So the first number here it stands for major development, the second is for minor development, and the last one is for patch.
Yeah.
So I would use command npm version. If it's a major, I would just write major. If it's a minor, I would write minor. And for patch, I would write patch. So it's a patch, for example. So it will automatically increase version for me, and it will update the npm package to Trojan as well. And if you are using Git, and then you can also push this version as well. So you can just directly push this version to your repository, and it will appear inside the tags of your
Repository, yeah.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just publish my package again, and it will ask me to authenticate, and I'll just allow it to publish, and you can see. Yeah, it has successfully published the new package. Now let me show you, it might take some time to get the new version here, but it is published. It takes some time to show latest version. So I updated a couple of things, right? So what I'll do is, I also need to add GitHub links as well, but we will do that later. But if we add a readme file here, it will automatically appear here as soon as we publish it.
Yeah.
We will do it in some time. But before that, let me show you how we can install this package to any other project. So let me just open my existing project, and then we can install this package there. So I'm opening my existing project.
I think your Chrome screen is visible only.
Okay, I'm opening. So this is my another project that I'm working on. This is a simple express application, which like calling a dummy URL or something like that.
Yeah.
So for example, this is a third-party application, and we want to use this npm package that we built.
Yeah.
So what we will do, we will just directly use npm install. It already has a command. So npm I in our package name, and once I hit enter, you can see the latest version. As I mentioned, like it might not appear on the npm registry, but you can see latest version is here. Now we have our NPM package installed here. We can use this NPM package inside our platform. Let me show you how we can do that.
Yeah.
I'll do npm import from and package name. And here if I open up the suggestion, we can see the add all number function is here. And we can directly call this add all function number here. And if I try to run this code and function you are interesting thing to note here is it also console logs text that we wrote there, right? And I have not provided console log here, that is no, it hasn't logged our answer. You can see 15 is here. So this package could be anything now. And we can also create a command lines using these packages only. So there is a method called bin inside package.json. So what is a bin? Bin is actually stands when we want to use command, when we want to build a command line application using the NPM project. So if I use a bin and if I declare anything, for example, this is my command, and then we need to give a file that is executable. So it is possible basically. So we need to create here a bin folder which will have a file called index.js which should be executable. We are not going deep into this thing, but this file then basically links to our actual code. So this has a line like that starts from the question mark and oops, my screen is unshared again. I'll share it again. So just to inconvenience. Then we define a user in environment which is the node, and then we import our distribution file here. So our index.js. So now this file is executable. Now here we need to provide a path of bin file which is bin/index.js. So now as soon as someone install this package, and we need sometimes this command does not work because ch mode of this file is not executable, so we need to write a command ch mode
permission
to make it like executable. And this is the time when some package loses their security because some malicious package try to install this kind of post script or something, and now this is executable file. So once I install this package into my repository, into my code base, as this is an executable file, this can do anything. It can make a network call, it can do anything. It can read your files, it can upload all the files to somewhere else as well. So this is basically how security rises.
Exactly. This is what is really funny and concerning at the same time, because we just like published a package like in 5 minutes, and NPM didn't even run an audit or something, security checks or anything. So that's very scary and funny at the same time. As you mentioned, you can literally do anything with code, right? So it's really tough.
And now let's understand what to make sure that we don't get hacked by someone. So a few steps that we need to do is, first of all, make sure whatever package that you install has a good README and has a clean code. So most of the packages are like open source here. So if I try to search for any package, you can select TS symbol is also obvious here, mentioning that it's a TypeScript package. And so most of the packages are like open source, and the main thing to check here for any package is like downloads, weekly downloads. Verify the weekly downloads, verify how maintained is the packages. So go to their GitHub repository, check out the latest issues, check out the latest pull request, check out the last merged pull request. When was the last code was merged? When was the last release what was happened? So here you can see the release was 2 weeks ago. So it's like a continuously improving. So the last release was 2 weeks ago. Then it was like a last month. It was like 28 days. So they are continuously developing a new feature. And here you can see this is the really well-maintained code with a shout out to contributors as well. So these are the small things that we need to keep in mind while trying to play with any unknown packages. Especially the AI.
I have a little question here. So let's say this is the package, right? And so the repository link, can you paste any link there?
Yeah, we can paste any link here. So basically how we can do that is, let me just
But wait. That's the main problem, right? So let's say I'm a hacker. I will not put my malicious code link right there. And second thing,
that is possible,
so and let's talk about weekly downloads. So what I will do is I will run some virtual machines and I will generate some fake amount of downloads.
That is completely possible, and I totally agree with you that all of the things that we are seeing here, even the author name,
Yeah.
we can even handle the author name, right? So even the author name is not in the control of like a NPM registry. We can have any author name here. Where is my author name? I cannot see it here, but it is there somewhere. The setting must be somewhere there. But yeah, I totally agree with you that these are the things that we as a developer put it. So how do we do that? Is we just come here, we write like repository. I give the repository type is it here. We can have it lab or anything, and then we just need to give URL. Now I can paste literally any URL. I can even paste this Axios. So that is possible. That is something that we cannot control. I'm not, and I think if someone from Axios found this, then they maybe ask NPM registry to put down our package or something like that.
I think there should be some report option or fraud option should be there alongside the package, so they can take it down.
Yeah, there should be something like that to take down, but I'm not sure. But yeah, things happens.
Yeah, hopefully if someone from NPM is watching this video, then go do this, man.
They need to do some validation before they someone to publish the package. And another thing to mention here is if I open the NPM package, here you can see if I just go to node module, I can see the entire source code and why it is that we will see. And I also have my TS config file published here. I also published my package.json. In distribution we have all the files, right? So we can control what do we need to go inside published version via this files option. In the files, let's say I only want a distribution file to go and a readme file to go. So and after writing these two commands, only my distribution file and my readme file would be bundled in a package. If I do npm publish after that. So that is the main thing that we need to make sure. And how we can get a sponsorship via the npm package. Now suppose this is not just a simple function to add a bunch of numbers, but this is something really interesting thing or unique thing that helps lots of time or even money. Or lots of other packages. For example, Axios helps us to reduce the complexity to make API calls, right? We are building something like that. Then we start getting like sponsorship. So here you can see there are lots of sponsors available here. We can take example from the Axios itself. There is a lots of sponsorship as well. And once you start building something great, people start jumping and try to contribute as well.
Yeah.
So here in the contribution list, you can see there are lots of people who are just trying to get their name inside this contribution list. So they regularly maintain this kind of list of contributors, and people love contributing to this kind of packages. So this is how you can get an external support for your package once you build something fascinating at initial phase. And also, if you don't allow everyone to use your package, if you just allow an individual person or for the development purpose only, then you can also set up like a charges for the SaaS product. You can have this feature. You can have premium feature that only a certain amount of users who pay for those features can access certain features. You can have something like that as well. So this is how you can monetize your package. And regarding the supply chain security, first thing is you need to stop using the random and untrusted packages. And I already said that the only way to do this is finding the weekly downloads and relying on the famous packages. So that's the only way for now. And there is some tools. For example, NPM audit is one of the tools that help us to check dependency of our or it basically audits the dependency of our package, and then again checking the maintenance of the original package itself is also required. And that's it. Once you get your package published, you can just send URL to anyone to use it.
Yeah.
It was all about for this video.
Yeah. So one more thing. Let's say you want to. We have seen your package dev task tracker, right? So in that you are sort of having automation CI/CD thing, right? Where you just hit git push and then rest is done by some automation thing. So workflow kind of thing.
Yeah.
So if someone gets your GitHub account, then they can put malicious code as well, right?
They can probably not do that if they do not have access to my repository, basically.
So yeah. So if they have access to GitHub, then they have access to NPM already by default, or there is some advanced checking between NPM and GitHub as well.
If they have access to my GitHub repository, then they would definitely have access to
NPM
as well. But as I mentioned, like here I set up like a two-factor authentication.
Yeah.
So it is not possible by a certain token that we generate. So here, if I create a token, for example, there is an option to bypass two-factor authentication. Here I have a token which is like expired in 2 days. I'll create a new token.
Yeah.
And you will see the option. So it's actually, even in CI/CD task, when we want to publish a package, it requires a token, right? And we need to provide that token. So for example, if I name this as the test token, oops, I'll share my screen again.
पाछी बंद थी नहीं बंद थी yeah now it's visible
Okay. Yeah, so I just named it as a test token, and here you can see there is an option of bypassing two-factor authentication, which is just for like automating CI/CD uses, but not trusted. So this is not a risky first option. So we have security over publishing the NPM package once you enable the two-factor authentication. But still, if you have like set up your secrets inside GitHub settings or somewhere else, and you just simply rely on the releases, then it's dangerous.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good process. I like it sort of goes from point A of writing your first code and having a good logic, then building a CI/CD pipeline, then giving that
Yeah.
logic to all people. It's like a really good life cycle where you learn lots of things.
Yeah.
But again, it's really abusive when some bad actor wants to hack lots of people's computers.
Yeah, that's true. And just a brief walkthrough of the workflow work.
Yeah.
This workflow is also like really simple. I have used a semantic release which automatically tags a release based on the changes. What does it mean? I do not need to do NPM version, minor or major or patch. It automatically detects the number of changes and it automatically updates the version of the NPM package. So that's the semantic release, which is really useful tool that I used. So it just check out first, then it sets a Node.js application. It installs all dependency. It runs the build command, so which is basically create distribution, and then there is a release workflow which uses semantic release, and then semantic release handles everything. To do this, we need to set up a semantic release JSON file here.
Yeah.
And here we can see like there is a commit analyzer. So based on the commits or release nodes or change log, it can automatically predict the next release version, and it releases package on the NPM.
Yeah, so along with the version, it also knows that if it's a major or minor, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. It automatically maintain these release logs as well. So with the time and with the updates that I made, it keeps this change log of everything.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to have if you do not have any other contributor and want to make CI/CD visit. Semantic release is a great tool.
Yeah, that's good. So let's talk about a little bit about your package. So you have like 700 downloads in one of the day. I think it's between last to last week. So
Yeah.
after once let's say someone is new to this publishing thing and they have a really good idea. So how do they reach to people? Like, do you have any promotion? How do you make it to people? Like, obviously you have posted this on social professional platform, but is there what do you recommend? Because 700 is not a small number. You have really good number of downloads. Yes, and it's only 22 days old package.
Yeah. Okay. So what I would recommend is first of all find the platforms where developer loves to discuss and loves to talk. So what are those platforms? First one is Twitter. Second one is Reddit. Then we have LinkedIn. Then maybe if we reach out to any YouTuber who is like a small creator and just starting a YouTube channel and like building a stuff, we can ask for his or her help to promote our package. If people realize that our package is valuable, then we might not need to do lots of promotions and marketing. Once people start realizing that our package is valuable, it can save their time or money or can reduce complexity for them. It eventually becomes our package eventually becomes valuable for them. So once people start using it, they start promoting it by themselves. So that's how it works.
If it's really good, then people will download it anyway, and you will get recognition. Yeah.
Because let me know if there's any other questions as well.
There are not many questions now, but let me show users something, and you too. Let me share my screen. News site, and for the last there are many articles about basically this is like cybersecurity blogging site, what's happening around the world. So recently there were many npm packages attacks. Look at this. And I guess one of the biggest one last I remember was Axios being hacked,
Yeah. Yeah.
and after that, then there was Claude, then there is NewCat. That's it's really clear that it's an easy way for any bad guy or hacker to just put some malicious code into public's account. You can look at this and target cloud secrets. Then
Yeah, that is.
this cloud AI user redirectory stole files. Then NPM adds 2FA. Yeah, they are really starting to see this now, and they are adding. Is this the recent thing? You have added 2FA just now, or it was?
I was promoted by the NPM repository itself that I need to have this multi-factor authentication.
Yeah, so it was the recent one, or it was like when you.
It's, recent one. It maybe like it was there, but people was not using
Yeah.
it too much, and even NPM was not forcing people to use it too much. But
Yeah.
I was editing like notifications to use it.
They have to do this. Yeah. This is a good step towards that. I think the biggest attack was Axios. I cannot find it right now. It was.
Yeah, that was Axios. So actually, any modern package depends on multiple other packages as well.
Yeah.
And when any of those other package gets compromised, all of the packages that were built on top of that package also get compromised. So this is what actually happened with the Axios as well.
Yeah. It's like supply chain. Yeah. It's like
like
supply chain attack. Yeah. That's really bad.
Yeah,
Because-
that's really bad.
Yeah, you have to. I think this is the dependency of it.
I guess yes.
Once the Axios is compromised, then along with the Axios, these many,
Yeah, that's true.
along with this, so many of them. And Axios is something that whenever developer is it's like a starting point of programming. So
Yeah,
everybody
people
uses it.
use whenever there is a network call, people uses it. So
So it should be in millions of people.
millions of people, yeah.
These many dependents are there.
Yeah. And weekly download is also like very high.
Oh, that's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
so as you can see, Axios is also like dependent on like 4 other packages if you go to dependencies.
Yeah.
Looks like it is a 4 dependencies. So whenever like any of these 4 dependencies and like 39 they have dependency. So when something like suppose any of these dependency gets malicious code, so automatically Axios also got compromised, right? This is what happens.
Yeah. So I would say it's not like structured or something like that. It's these many years, and it's still not now that it's very easy to write a bad code with AI. So anyone would just write in a prompt that I want to hack this, write the code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People try to use it before like updating their version, so that's why I guess whenever now people are upgrading any package, they read all the change log, they read the release page as well, and packages like Axios must be like becoming extra cautious about what dependency and what dependency version they are using. So that would be like additional steps these guys will be.
Yeah, exactly. Even for the viewers watching right now, next time you are installing unpopular package, just first check if it's weekly downloads, then the repository, then how many versions are there, then how many Does it have a valid license? Is it maintained? Like stuff like that. Would you like to add any more to that?
Yeah, yeah, it's like a download at your own risk kind of thing nowadays. So be extra cautious whenever you are, and
Yeah.
especially when you are downloading anything on production application, you need to be very, very,
Very careful. Yeah.
You guys have like a ENV, so basically it's like a secret of our AWS, or secret of our cloudinized kind of stuff. So it becomes really easy for anyone to look into those ENV files as well if you download any malicious package. So need to be extra cautious about that.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, this video should help users
Yeah.
a little bit more careful next time they install something that's even if it's popular or unpopular, doesn't matter.
I agree.
A bad way it will find its way to your computer. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for whole life cycle of how to have an idea, then publish it to the internet. It was really good.
Yeah, I also enjoyed. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for having me.
And-
I work lots of new developers, or even sometimes experienced developer don't know how to publish their own NPM package, and they will always like wonders how to do that.
Yeah,
So they
exactly.
will get
Yeah,
information
exactly.
on
Right now we published the package was what's the name of the package? My
awesome NPM package.
my awesome NPM package.
I know, I'm my first awesome NPM package.
Okay, yeah, it should be a first year first.
You can pause. Yeah, it won't appear there in the search yet, but if you try to hit enter or try to like change the URL, you will see there.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, we can do this thing.
Okay, I can go here and then I can paste this here. I guess they are really serious about this now.
Yeah.
They have to be. Yeah, this is the package. Yeah, that's good. This is nice. Yeah. So the most important part of this video, I think, was how to be really careful about it, and Raj did really good job at it explaining it to us. So I have a little reward for you in our Discord server. I am giving you the NPM guard role.
Is the pin card wrong?
It's like a made up role. I just made it right now. So you explained the
Awesome.
security stuff, and so anyone would, because you have experienced it and you have published it, you are going to maintain the package. Yeah, right. The first one, the dev task tracker app. So anyone could come at you and ask you if they have security issue or something like that, they want something help with.
Yeah, sure.
So that's a little thing from us.
Awesome.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, dear. I also enjoyed the conversation. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And I hope viewers get little bit of advantage from this session. Thank you so much. You are also doing a great work, bringing the talent from different fields and different domains, and putting everything together. So hats off to you as well. Keep doing the good work. I also enjoyed these videos. I check out your website as well. It is really awesome.
Yeah, so
I also got a lot from this thing.
yeah, I guess we'll see you in the episode 2. When we see you there, I guess there would be 1,000 plus downloads on your package.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah, see you.